Well, hello there. You and you and you. Hey, all you guys. Welcome back. Short talk in the trailer with the old guy. I'm still fiddling with this camera. I just can't resist. I'm sorry. It's in my jeans. Actually, I don't wear jeans. Ordinarily, I wear Dickies work pants because they're more comfortable. I want to welcome you and thank you for dropping in. I'm just a couple of minute short video on the way in. I'm already running a little bit late for church, but it doesn't actually matter because I'm going to stop and get a cup of coffee and kind of hang around a little bit down there anyway because the situation is for today. It's like, well, the Sunday school program doesn't actually interest me much, but I'll show up, and try to, keep from throwing rocks or anything. I just wanted to comment real briefly today, and I've mentioned this before, in terms of a spiritual situation, spiritual reality. I got to thinking about it. There's a guy, and I'm not going to mention my name because overall I like the guy. He's a pretty good commentator, and he does little dialogues, monologues similar to this in style. In other words, he's ordinarily by himself. However, he does do some interviews here and there. Anyway, he was talking about essentially, you've got a global government. You've got people around the world who are in a set of unrest. There's a sense in which an unease has settled in across the world because a lot of people are aware that there's some machinations going on politically, which are actually related back to the spiritual realm, and so it's manifesting down here as corruption, murder, man stealing, children stealing, sexual misuse of practically anything, doorknob, I guess. Um, Now I don't really want to know how that one works, but the point is that his advice was prepare yourself, um, raise your vibration. What? Raise your vibration. In other words, the world's going to hell in a handbasket, being run by perverts, lunatics, and the demonic, and all you're supposed to do is raise your vibration, and poof, you've dealt with the issue. No, you haven't even started to deal with the issue yet. So here's the Christian answer: go to church, get the lead out of your butt, and get on down to a Bible-believing church this morning. It's a Sunday. You know it's Sunday. No, I don't care about the news. I don't care about the newspaper. I don't care about your morning rituals. Hear the Word of God, listen, meditate upon it, and then go somewhere, and you can discuss it with people, or you could do your own monologue like this. In other words, we need to go and pray. We need to realize that there is prayer, and prayer will lead to action. We need to do things to halt these miserable, twisted people. I tell you, what's driving this thing? It's transhumanism. It's the most dangerous cult on this planet, and those people are playing for keeps. Their goal is to erase you as a meat eater, a human, an air breather, a taker up of space. They want to bump you off. They want to bump me off. And of course, they kind of give themselves a pass. Of course, they get to keep living because they're special. And, they're, all the bigwigs are in on it. The big financial people, the big political people, the social people, the entertainers. It's a conspiracy to overthrow Western civilization. And so far, it looks like it's working pretty well. And we need to fight it. And what I'm saying is, one of the ways you're going to fight it is becoming rooted down in the Christian truth, because God is the king of this world. He is Lord and sovereign. He owns the place. Doesn't matter whether you like it. He made it, and it only operates under his guidance. In other words, there are no accidents. There are no freak incidents. He has declared the end from the beginning, and he knows what's coming to pass. So be confident in him. So as you see the world falling to hell, or going to hell in a handbasket, sorry, let's get our pejoratives correct. When you see that, think, what do? First, we call out to the name. Jesus has a name, okay? Now, we say Jesus. In the ancient, it would have come out Yahweh, Shua, Yahshua. Sounds like the name Joshua. It is the same name. It's the same name as Hosea, for that matter. But they didn't want to call him Hosea or Joshua because that gets a little confusing. We have the great high priest, the man who is God, the God who is man, who has stepped into our world and become one of us, we speak to him, and then we await his direction, and however he grants that to us, we ask to be guided aright, to stand for what's right, what's true, what's decent, and what's honest, and what agrees with him. So forget about your vibrations. Go vibrate elsewhere. I don't want to hear about that junk. Vibrations. Shut up. But the idea is, yeah, I hate that language. Anyway, enough about me. But you got and you find a place to pray, find a place to call upon the name and call him by name. I tell you, he hears. He hears. And be prepared for a response. He's not some kind of asleep at the switch kind of dummy like, say, for instance, Biden. No, he's wide awake. He knows everything, everyone, all the time, and he's eager for us to participate with him. Why? Two reasons. And this is basic Christian theology: to the glory of God and for the good of the believing church. That's your motivation. That his name would be honored and that his people would be blessed. So be blessed and go out and thrive, just in spite of them. That's all. Have a good day. Run quick.